Can you see Simba? See Simba under the tree? Little Simba. You're being a good boy.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
It is 8:10 a.m. Simba has been climbing the gates and jumping down off of them. And once again, I was up late last night. I didn't get to bed till like way after 2 a.m. So I would really like to get some sleep today. Right, Boo? Hey, Simba. Did you see that? He just rubbed up on the gates. I would like to let Simba out and Boo out together on free roam again for a while today, but not right now. I need to at least start my day without drama. 8:44 a.m. Boo was on free roam all night. He slept on the bed for several hours. And then he got up this morning. He likes to look out the windows. Right now he's playing on this rug, the play rug. Boo's a very good boy, right, Boo? Boo's a nice boy, right, Boo? So I am going to give them all their breakfast, and then I have to go get a few errands done today, and hopefully this afternoon I can work on integrating them again. Right, Boo? You're gonna keep your feet on the ground and not jump on top of other cats, right? Right? Not jump. Boo ate all of his dinner last night. I doubt you guys could see it because it's very light, but it's snowing right now. It's like very light flurries, like super light flurries. I want to show you what I have for the bottom of my Christmas tree. This big round flat thing is what we had on the bottom of our Christmas tree when I was growing up, and it kept the tree from tipping over when the cats used to climb the tree. And it worked really, really well. We had it on an artificial tree, which is different than a real tree, and I plan on putting it on a real tree. So this is my tree base that I've been using for years. I actually got this on clearance at Kmart. There was a Kmart around here going out of business, and I got this for like, I think it was like $3 or $4, and that was a great deal. This is a easy watering tree stand. Basically it has this big reservoir to put water in, and it works really well, and it is a big sturdy Christmas tree base. And then there are a bunch of really sturdy kind of like twist ties holding this onto this base. Now when we used it, we used a different stand. We used the stand with like kind of like the skinny metal legs because it was only an artificial tree. We did not have to water it. That's the difference. I had to like reset this up for this new stand. And this is what it says on the bottom. It says Tree Master, the smart new way to prevent Christmas trees from tipping. Christmas tree stand base. 1, attaches easily to most tree stands. 2, tree can be trimmed in middle of room, then slid easily into its desired position and rotated to show its best exposure. Reusable year after year. Clean, non-staining, splinter-free. Protects carpet from damage by metal tree stand legs and small overspills of water. And then it shows you how to attach it. And I mean, this just looks old, doesn't it? It was purchased at Harrow's. It was $15.99 when it was purchased. And I want to say this is from the mid to late 80s. 9:23 a.m. Simba is looking out of the front window. Splash is looking out of the side window. Boo is looking out of his window. Well, he was. Then he sees me and he wants to say hello. Hello, Boo. And here's Stella. She was on top of the cat tree downstairs. But when she saw me, she got up. Or I should say she came down off of the cat tree. They already had their breakfast. Well, good girls, Stella. You could come upstairs. I think they just all have their favorite windows to look out of. And Stella likes looking out the back window. Maybe because she can see Hydrox there. A lot of times what they do is when they hear me coming down these steps, for whatever reason, they come running because they think I might be giving them treats or food. 9:52 a.m. It's starting to snow a little bit heavier. Okay, I'm outside and I just gave Hydrox a can of Friskies, turkey and giblets dinner. I gave him some water and I saw him come out of the heated cat house and he was sitting next to it. And then all of a sudden as I was filling this, I heard a meow. Look, he's only maybe 3 feet away from me. He came to greet me. Hey, Hydrox, are you hungry? Stay nice and warm in the heated cat house, okay? Yeah, that's just for you, okay? I'm gonna give you some food. Okay, I put his food under the table so now he can eat it. That was incredibly huge progress for Hydrox. Like, amazing what he just did. The fact that he saw me putting food out and then he moved from where he was sitting next to the cat shelter closer to me under the table and meowed hello at me. And then when I was talking to him, he was meowing back to me. That is so huge for Hydrox. We're not supposed to get much snow at all, only about 1 to 3 inches, so hopefully there won't be any need for a snowblower. But if there is, I need to make sure that those extension cords are somewhere where the snowblower is not going to get caught up in them. Not that that part of the patio would need to be cleared off. I really just focus on the active walkways, and that half of the patio really does not have any active walkways right now. And it's not like we're supposed to get like a foot or two of snow. Right now it's only supposed to be a few inches. It is 12 noon. I am so excited because the Christmas tree is here. It's not coming inside yet. I have to move some stuff around, make room for it. And it will be inside this afternoon in a few hours. Right now it's going to relax in the car. It smells so good. It is 2:55 p.m. and I've just cleared out this space in my living room to put the Christmas tree this year. That outlet that you see there has the Pet Remedy plug-in, which will stay in the outlet for now. And this is where I'm going to put the tree. The first thing I put down is an old tablecloth. And then I put the tree base on the tablecloth, and then I put a tree skirt over the tree base. So this is the tablecloth. And this year, this is the tree base. Normally, I just have this as the base, but this year I have the tree master on the bottom, hopefully to keep the tree from toppling over. Now this entire base, this base with this tree master, it does seem pretty sturdy. And the tree that I have this year is not huge at all. Here is the tree after it has been put in the base. I'm so happy because I love having a live tree inside. I love how it smells. I love how it looks. So this is the cute little tree. From the bottom of the tree all the way up to that very, very top tip is like exactly 6 feet. So it's not a terribly big tree at all. Look at this. Simba's gonna come and smell it. I think the cats are really going to like it because it's like bringing a bit of nature inside. The one thing I don't want them to do is I'm going to fill up the base with water. I'm not going to put any tree food or anything like that. I'm just putting plain water. I love this tree. It is so cute. This is my beautiful tree skirt that I normally use every year. It's a shiny aqua color and it has lots of sparkly sequins on it, and I just really love how this looks. But I don't think this is going to withstand cats. Like if the cats lay on this or scratch it, it's really gonna get torn up. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, instead of buying a new one, I think I'm just going to flip this over and use it on the wrong side. The other side is just like plain aqua material, and I think I'm just going to do it this way. That way, if the cats lay on it or scratch it or anything, it should not affect the other side. It is padded. It does have like a padding in it. Okay, and there we have it with the tree skirt under the tree. I put the tree skirt up above that base to cover as much of the water area as possible to keep the cats out of it. I also tucked that plaid tablecloth under the edges of this tree skirt. It looks neater and it gives it a bit fuller appearance. And right now I'm happy with this. So we'll see what happens. I am not decorating this today. I'm just gonna let it sit here as a plain tree for at least a day, maybe 2 or 3 days, just for the cats to get used to it being here before I put any decorations on it. I just put all of this week's mail under the tree. Okay, there goes Boo looking at the tree. He's smelling it. But he doesn't really care about it. I mean, these cats lived outside with trees, so to them, they're just like, oh, it's a tree, which is very different from a cat that has been an indoor-only cat pretty much its entire life. Then they're like, oh, what is this brand new thing? I just put together this round cat it circuit, and this other toy that they have fits perfectly inside of it, so I think that's cool. I'm just trying to organize a lot of these toys and cat things because I need to make room. Okay, I just made the second cat it track. This one is all with these curved pieces. This one has the straightaways in it. The scratch and roll works really well on this one also, so I think I'm going to take this one downstairs. I'll leave this one up here, and I'll take the figure 8 downstairs. Right now it is sometime after 4 p.m. I want to say it's around 4:15. It just feels like it's around 4:15. And this is what the feeding station looks like. There's probably 4 inches of snow on it. And it is supposed to continue snowing all night. Now, the original forecast was for 1 to 3 inches. And we have surpassed that. So the feeder was empty. So I just put in like a half cup of dry food just in case Hydrox wants it. There are no birds out right now, so hopefully he'll get the food to himself. The water is not frozen, so that's a good thing. That kitty cafe definitely works. There's Hydrox under the house in his apartment. It's now Hydrox's apartment. And I just watched him come out of that side entrance of the heated cat house. To the left of him is the vestibule, and I just watched him walk out of the vestibule, so it's nice to know that Hydrox has a nice little heated house to hang out in. There's Hydrox eating his food. I'm glad I put it out there. It's just about to get dark in, I would say, 15 or 20 minutes. So it's a good time for him to eat, and then he could go rest. And just kind of get cozy and sleep all night, hopefully in that little house. Last year, at this time, all of the cats were living outside. Stella, Splash, and Simba would come in occasionally, and I would try to get them in when I saw snow. So if I saw snow like this last year, I would keep them inside for like a day or two until the snow had passed, and then I might let them back out. So, and Boo, he was always out. He was off doing his thing. I remember one time, I think it was in January, because the other cats had already moved inside, and it was snowing like this, but it was more snow than this, and I went out to check the automatic feeder, or to put some dry food in it, and Boo came out of nowhere, and he came up to eat, like, while I was filling the feeder, and he meowed at me. So, that was, like, one of the only times last winter that I saw Boo. And then I saw him a few times in some of the shelters, around the patio area, around the yard. And of course there are a few places that the cats know to hang out, like in an old woodshed around here and in a broken foundation of a house. I've seen cats go in and out of certain little places. They're very resourceful. They know how to take care of themselves. So I'm sure Boo's going to be very happy to be warm and comfy all winter. The other thing we need to think about is, like, what if I was not doing this? What if I did not have a heated cat shelter outside for Hydrox? Where would he be hanging out right now? What would he be doing? I mean, he's obviously been out there for years without this heated shelter, but where would Boo be right now? Where would Stella and the kittens be right now? We really need to get more people to stop being afraid of feral cats and to stop thinking all kinds of false information about feral cats. Feral cats are just cats that were born and raised in nature by other cats. They're not socialized with humans, so they need to learn how to interact with us. They're fully capable of learning how to do that. They're not these wild, untamable, ferocious creatures that many people in this world would like us to believe that they are. These are my snow boots, and Boo is afraid of them. It is day 9 on the advent calendar for the cats. Boo's ready to open their gift bag. What did you get, Boo? What do you think it is? Are you excited? Want to pose with the gift bag? What'd you get, Boo? What do you think you got? Okay, let's open the bag. You want to open the bag? You want to open it? Here, you can open it. You don't want to open it? You just want to watch? Okay. You could just watch. What is it? What is it, Boo? What is it, Boo? Look, it's food. What kind of food did you get? And pose with the food? Okay. It is Natural Balance Wild Pursuit. This says turkey, chicken, and guinea fowl formula, high protein, grain free. That's interesting. And what's in it? We have turkey, turkey broth, chicken liver, chicken, brewer's yeast, pea protein, guinea fowl, chicken meal, Manhattan oil, tapioca starch, dicalcium phosphate, dried garbanzo beans, calcium carbonate, dried peas, then a whole bunch of vitamins, guar gum, dried egg, then a whole bunch of minerals, pea fiber, dried apples, dried cranberries, dried blueberries, dried kelp, dried zucchini, taurine, and carrageenan. So I like that there's a bunch of dried fruits and veggies at the end. Let's see if the cats like this. Right now it's about 7:50 p.m. It's a little later than they've normally been having dinner, but they had breakfast later today, so let's see if they like this. So this is what it looks like. It's a very pretty pate, and I'm going to give Boo his portion. Boo seems to like it. Now, because they are getting this extra appetizer, they're not going to be getting the normal amount of crunchies that they would get later tonight. I think he might eat the whole thing. It's nice to see so many different brands and varieties of quality cat food on the market. I'm happy that they don't have a bunch of byproducts in the ingredients. Another thing that I did today was I went to PetSmart and I got a fresh container of wheatgrass. And I know I have the grow your own wheatgrass kits. I just have not had a chance to assemble one of those yet. And I was really happy to see this wheatgrass for several reasons. I was there the other day and they had 2 containers of very sickly looking wheatgrass, and I didn't buy them because they looked like they only had a few days left, and these look like they easily have 2 weeks left. The first thing, the tops have not been cut. There are no blunt edges here, so this is all like natural growth. The second thing is, see how short the wheatgrass is? So that also indicates a new growth. So potentially this has a few more inches to grow, and potentially this could last longer than 2 weeks, which would be great. So I'm actually going to slice some off and put this on Boo's dinner. It looks like Stella likes it. It looks like Simba does not like it. Splash has not tried it yet. Guys, why aren't you eating your food? Go eat your food. Splash, eat your food. Splash, eat your food. Considering the fact that dinner is at a later hour today, like, I would think that they would be more hungry than they are. Once I finish the 12 days of cat miss giveaways, I'll have more time to focus on integrating the cats. I did not realize how many hours a day doing those giveaways would take up. So once those are done, it frees up a good portion of time. It is 8:30 p.m. and I was just sitting on the other side of the room watching a YouTube video, and I heard like noise coming from the Christmas tree, and I said one of the cats must be like playing around with the boxes underneath it, or maybe a cat's trying to climb the tree. So I got up and I'm looking at the tree and I'm looking at the tree and I'm hearing the noise, but I'm not seeing any cats under the tree. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And it was the weirdest thing. And then eventually it stopped. And I sat here for several minutes waiting to see like a cat come out from the tree, but there's no cat in the tree. I just looked underneath it. There's nothing around it, like nothing around it. And it's just really, really weird, because just a few nights ago, the same exact thing happened, but instead of where the tree is, I had like this small like entertainment unit, and I had mail on top of it because it's right near the door. I would come in, put the mail on it, and the other night the same thing happened. I was sitting watching a YouTube video across the room, and it's weird because each time this happens, I'm watching a Community Cats YouTube video, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm watching a Community Cats YouTube video, And then all of a sudden I start hearing movement in this section of the room. And it's like someone is like rummaging through packages, which is why I thought like a cat was under here rummaging through packages. The other day it was like the same sound. And I got up and I looked and I did not see anything. At first I thought it was Boo the other day, but Boo was like on the complete opposite side of the room from where I heard the noise. And Boo even heard it because I have him on security footage looking toward the area where I was hearing the noise. And both of us were looking at it like, what the hell is going on? So it just happened again. And it's really weird. There's nothing that it could be causing it because there are no air vents in this part of the room. None. And if it was something being caused by an air vent or airflow, there's nothing that could cause it. Like, there are no vents. So I'm just documenting this. This is like really strange. And I don't know, it's really starting to freak me out. I mean, like, to hear stuff moving around and then to like look and be like, well, is it a cat? What's going on? Where's the cat? And then realize that there's nothing there. It's freaky. 9:41 p.m. Simba's poking around the bottom of the tree, smelling the packages. He's looking for something. I don't know what he's looking for. Simba is sitting under the Christmas tree with the packages. I don't know if you guys could see him. He's like way back there. Hey Simba, you like sitting under the tree? The cats that I grew up with used to love laying under the Christmas tree. They loved it. Can you see Simba? See Simba under the tree? Hello, Simba. You're being a good boy? Good boy, Simba. Look how cute he is. Simba, you're so cute. I don't know if you guys, so what's going on here is this is the Cat circuit, and then this is the Boots and Barkley scratcher, and then this is the scratch and roll. So there's like 3 things going on here all at once. What's the matter, Boo? 11:50 p.m. Simba's been trying to climb the gates. I can hear it from the other side of the house. And then he just plops down on the floor. I'm just waiting for the time where I just hear like a huge racket with one of the gates coming down. Hopefully not. Okay. That seemed pretty friendly, right?